In a 2009 testimony to Congress, U.S. Department of Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood said that even if vehicle fuel efficiency were to reach 55 miles per gallon by 2030, we would still see only modest decreases in transportation carbon dioxide emissions without a decrease in vehicle miles traveled. He painted a picture of the critical role that travel behavior has in meeting climate change goals. In California, agencies have discovered the concept of people-oriented development, a way of thinking about progress that collectively links their objectives through sustainable planning. The state saw newfound significance in connecting things like energy management, public health, and community recreation. People-oriented development, or POD for short, is about helping communities create affordable and healthy living near quality jobs, food, education, and care. It can be broken down into several different areas. Each area has individual goals that connect to the big picture of reducing California's greenhouse gas emissions on a large scale.
The blueprint was about turning that coin over and saying, let's not just focus on the transportation choices, let's look at the living patterns of the people of the region. And once we did that, we discovered what seems kind of obvious to people now, that the way the land use planning is done completely determines what people's options are for travel. And to have that conversation, it was a much more people kind of a conversation than you typically have when you're just a technical transportation planner.
The conversation is starting to move towards secondary and third impacts away from that maybe just that GHG level to health, where there's a variety of intervening factors.
And we're trying to build these communities. We all have a stake in it. They all have a stake in it. Whether it be something they're mandated to do or goals that they have in those areas. And they all have to work together for it to be successful.
Achieving climate change goals and developing healthy communities are difficult tasks to manage on their own, but planners and policymakers can utilize people-oriented strategies that tackle both. The goal: sustainable communities and reduced greenhouse gas emissions. The process: POD.